Good afternoon, students. So in this video, we'll talk about seeing the different kinds of swing buttons which we can make use in our program to create the graphical user interface. So swing defines four types of buttons. First one, it's a J button, J toggle button, J checkbox, and J radio button. So based on this, we will be seeing one example for each type of button. So all are subclasses of the abstract button class. So this abstract button contains many methods that allow you to control the behavior of buttons. So these methods are going to set the icons, set disabled icon, set pressed icon, set selected icon, set rollover icon, where this DI, PI, SI, RI are the icons to be used for the indicated purpose. The text associated with a button can be read and written by the following methods. You can make use of a get text and set text, where get text will return you what exactly the text you have written it for that. Set text allow you to set the string message to that icon. So we'll see in detail one by one these different types of buttons used in a swing. So first one is a J button. So the J button class provides the functionality of a push button. It allows an icon, a string, or both to be associated with the push button. So there are three types of constructors we can use. First one is a J button which takes an icon as a parameter. Second takes a string as a parameter. And third, which takes both string as well as icon as a parameter for the button. So when the button is pressed, an action event is generated. So using the action event object passed to the action perform method of the registered action listener, you can obtain the action command string associated with the button. And for that, you can make use of get action command method, which returns you the string associated with the button. You can set the action command by calling the set action command on the event object. And for that, you can make use of set action command, which takes a one parameter of type string and returns nothing. So we'll see the demonstration of this J button, then we'll go for the next one. So just go to the notepad. I have already created a file called as a button demo. Okay. So I'm going to change it as a J button demo. Now again, so the program starts with importing the swing package, the name of class button demo, so that should be the name of the file. Main function, first create the top level container along with a message what you want to give it to that frame. Next, J button we can make use of to create or to insert a button in the top level container. JB is object of that. Syntax is J button JB is equal to new J button, and what is a string or what is the message you want to display on that button. So that we have to pass it as a parameter. Now if you see, I have used the second type of a constructor over here which takes string as a parameter. Then set bounds is to set the size, that is width and height of the button, and where you want to display that one onto the top level container. So as the size of the window I have given is a 300 by 600. So at 100th column and 30th row, I want to display that first button having the name it as a string, text. And another button I have taken J button JB1 equal to new J button previous, where I want to display it, that is 30th row 200th column, and this is the size of that. Then add these two types of buttons to the frame. So that is JF. So I have used JF dot add JB, JF dot add JB1, and set the size of the window, layout, and make that window visible to everyone by passing it as a true value. Now what you have to do, you have to open the command prompt. You have to change the directory to JDK 14/bin folder. Then run this button demo.java. If any errors are there, it will show, otherwise it will come to the prompt. So button demo, press enter. You'll be able to see now the size of the window I have specified 300. Sorry, this is a 300 by 600 length. Now this is what a button. I have displayed it as a 300th row, 30th row, 100th column. This is 30th row, 200th column. That is pixel values those are, and this is the size I have specified. So if you click on this, you can click next or else previous, next, previous, next, previous. Actually, I need to save this because I have changed that my app to JButton demo, which has not shown you here. So just close it. Once again compile it. Button demo dot java button demo. Now it has changed to JButton demo, and here you can go on clicking it. Based on that, once you click it, action event is generated, and you can write the code in the action performed method, where suppose you can take a one label and you can say that which button you have pressed, like that, which already we have seen in a previous example, that is alpha and beta, two buttons we took it, and whichever the button I click, based on that it will show me the output of that. So this is what the demonstration of a JButton demo. Okay, now we'll go to the second type of button, which we called as a JToggle button. So this toggle button looks like a push button, which already we have used in a previous program, but it acts differently because it has two states, pushed and release. So that is, when you press a toggle button, it stays pressed rather than popping back up as a regular push button does. When you press the toggle button second time, then it releases. So this JToggle button defines several constructors. Out of that, we can make use of the one JToggle button string, which takes a one parameter of type string, where you can go for displaying the information on that button. So this creates a toggle button that contains the text passed in str. By default, the button is in the off position. So when you click on first time, it will be on. When you click on second time, it will be off. So the easiest way to determine a toggle button state is by calling isSelected method on the button that generated the event. So there is a method called as the isSelected. If you call this method on that toggle button, it will show you the state of the toggle button. Means whether it's in a on state or whether it's in a off state. Next, this JToggle button uses a model defined by a nested class called JToggleButton. Dot toggle button mode. So it is going to generate the two types of events. First one we call it as a action event, another is an item event, when each time you press that button. So to handle item events, you must implement the item listener interface, which consists of a method called as item state changed. And if you want to handle the action event, then you need to define action performed method defined by this action listener class. So inside this item state change, the get item method can be called on the item event object to obtain a reference to the JToggleButton instance which has generated the event. So you can make use of a get item method inside this item state change so as to know the state of the button. So we'll see a demonstration of this program. So I have given a name, it has a JToggleButton. You can see here, open it. Okay. So here, as it is going to generate the action event, we can make use of this, but action event part we have not handled in this program. So I have just created a JToggleButton and I have inserted to the frame and made that visible to everyone. So here JFRM equal to new JFrame toggle demo. Size of the window we have set it to 300 by 300. Set default close operation. It's a exit on close. Then JToggleButton, new JToggleButton on or off state. You can assign it. Add that one to the frame. Once you add it to the frame, set its visibility. And here we have got the JToggleButton demo on the event dispatching thread, so it is going to terminate. Remember, save it and run this. So this is cd jdk14/bin Java C. Name of the program is JToggleDemo.java. Java J toggle demo. Press enter. So here, now here toggle demo is the name of the application. Here you'll be able to see. Now I have not set the bound, so it has displayed you at the center because it has been defaultly said that whichever the component you are going to add it to the top level container, it should be displayed at the center of the window. So as I said, 300 by 300, based on that it has displayed you at the center. So okay, here now it is in an off state. Once I pressed it, now you will be see the color of the window has changed. Earlier it was gray, now it has become some bluish. It means now the toggle button is in a on state. Once again, if I click it, it will go into the off state. Once again click it, now it will be again in a on state, off state, on state, off state. Like that you can change it. Now what I'll do, now okay, I'll close it so it will come back. Now what I'll do here, I'll set a bond, that is here you can say JTBN dot set bonds. Okay, where you want to display, it has displayed you at the center. Now I'll say 30th row and 80th column, and the size of that I have specified, it's a 70 width and 50 height. Check it, save the program. Okay, it has, need to change it. Where you want to go for display with set bonds. So as the window is a 300 by 300 size, so it has displayed at the center again, like that, on, off, on, off, on, off state. You can change.